Okay, think I'm live now. Okay, so wanted to go live today to wish Chris Cooney a happy birthday. Chris Cooney is the vegan zombie, and I just met Chris and spoke to him for the first time just 2 days ago, and yeah, he let me know actually when we were talking about. So we did an interview on my channel, and we were talking about the day that I was going to release the interview. And I was like, give me a few days, so I can put together a clip to promote it. And he was like, oh, yeah, cool. That'll be cool because Saturday's my birthday. And so, what great timing, right? So I figured we could go and react to some of vintage vegan zombie content because I actually haven't seen a lot of this stuff because this was all like way prior to me going vegan. He's been vegan and on YouTube for so long that it really predates a lot of me, a lot of my stuff. So a lot of this I haven't seen before, and I did take a look at one of the videos he had talked about, one of his old ones, and it was fun. It was like cool, like zombie content. What's up, Kane? You are first as usual. So all is right in the world. Thanks for being here as always, Kane. Love having you here. Um, yeah, so we're gonna just do some vegan zombie content. Hopefully, Chris is having a good time. It's his birthday. It's the evening. I recommended to him maybe he should go see that Nosferatu because he hadn't seen that movie. So hopefully he's in the theater right now enjoying himself. But I just really appreciated him. I want to say this. I will say this when there's more people in the chat, but I have like a really special thanks that I want to give to Vegan Zombie when there are some more people in here. Um, but I just want people to know like just how kind he was to me, and I'll elaborate on that when we got some viewers in the chat. So, how's your day going, Kane? How have you been? I think I saw you. Yeah, did I do? I went live yesterday, right? Reacted to something. Yeah, and then I was like live like a good bit of the night. Actually, I played video games all night. I was playing Tomb Raider. That was fun. I'm gonna do that again probably later tonight. That game is so good. The latest Tomb Raider. Anyway, okay, let's. Okay, just to let you know, small problem with my laptop today. Beyond the tech problems that I usually have. So I have my bag, right, with my computer in it, and the strap's kind of messed up and the zipper is all busted. And so anyway, I'm walking to my vehicle. The zipper has like left a space. The laptop falls out, lands on the ground. Fine, whatever. These things are tough. They can handle it. But anyway, I get to go to start working on something, and I realize my touchpad clicker is not working properly. So I've changed the settings around a little bit on my laptop so that now I can, click on things using the tap function, but I'm not used to that. And so it's gonna be, you're gonna have to bear with me. How you doing, Gray Sky Vegan? That's a new name for me. I haven't seen that one. So welcome to the channel if you're new to my channel. Um, yeah, I'm very excited here to react to some vegan zombie content. Yeah, so okay, since there's a few more people, I just want to say this about Chris. Um, yeah, no worries, Kane. Do what you got to do. I know you said you were traveling today, right? You were packing. Yeah, Kane's been busy. Kane has been real busy. So yeah, let me just say this about Chris. Um, I was watching one of his live streams that he was talking about his new movie A44, and during one of those conversations, during one of those streams, he was mentioning that he wanted to go on podcasts to help promote it. So immediately I was like, "Oh, cool! I've got a podcast. Let me reach out to him." And I think it's really sweet that he didn't care at all. So listen, uh, Chris has like 170,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's got tons on social media. he had no questions about the size of my channel. My channel's a couple hundred people, and he just did not care. He just wanted to come on, talk about his film. He was really psyched about it, and I don't know. I just that really that really is special to me because a lot of the sort of bigger name people that I've had on my channel, I already had some connection to already. Like they knew me. Chris did not know who I was. Like he had no knowledge of me. I'm just some rando that reached out to him, and he was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." And that's so cool to me. So, I mean, a lot of y'all know that, my connections to Wayne and all these other people. So when I've reached out to other like big name people, like there are people I've usually talked to already, or at least they know like something about me. But Chris, none of that, none of that. So, yeah, that was just really that I was already really moved by that. Oh, you're packing, eh, Kane? Yeah, you have mentioned that. So anyway, yeah, Chris came on my channel. We talked about A44, his new horror film, and it was honestly one of my favorite conversations that I've had. And the reason why it is that is not for any special reason other than just that uh as I keep mentioning in like my descriptions for social media and all this, like his passion for his project was so infectious. And I was saying like it's more infectious than the zombies in his film, like the plague plaguing his the characters in his film. So anyway, I just was really moved by that, and I think that's worth mentioning because I do have such a small channel, and it unfortunately doesn't provide much of a platform for people to share something like a film, but he was still really down to talk about it. All right. So, anyway, with that out of the way, he talked about some of these old videos, and I was looking back at his channel, and I saw that like just a year ago, he was doing this thing called Flashback Friday, where he went through some of his old videos, and they seemed like really fun, like well produced, humorous, and I figured we could watch them. So I've seen one of them, the one that he mentioned in our interview, which was about where it's like the zombies are attacking, and he slips in a vegan recipe, and he told me about the French toast one. He said this is one of like the best produced things that they did on that channel, Vegan Zombie, back in the day. So I watched that, and that was really cool. And that was the like part two of like a little series, I guess, where the first one was about a black bean burger, which I haven't seen. So we're gonna watch that fresh. So we'll watch part one, part two. I've got some other things pulled up. We'll watch the trailer for A44. But yeah, I just figured let's watch some stuff. Have us a little spooky zombie time. I don't have my popcorn, but I do have these. I don't have popcorn. You guys tried these? They are so good. Drizzlicious s'more bites. Holy crap. So good. So I'm going to be eating s'more bites. All right. All right. See, already I told you all about the freaking laptop issue already. It's causing me issues. Doggo, I dropped my laptop today, and it's a problem. Yeah. Okay. How you doing, Doggo? All right, let's see. So we're going to start with black bean burger. And I was telling people about, I'm interviewing Vegan Zombie, and some people that I was telling that to didn't know who he was. And um I think that's because maybe some of the stuff that he was doing was so far in the past that some people have just like he slipped off people's radar a little bit. So anyway, um yeah, let's get him back on that radar, huh? All right. Let's watch this. And he's going to describe sort of his Flashback Friday thing.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm sitting here on a rainy, chilly day in the zombie apocalypse, and it's just a few days before summer. And it's a Friday, which means I have another Flashback Friday video for you guys. And this one, we're going way back in the archives. The original upload date was July 28th, 2011. So 12 years ago. And this was a fun video to film because my buddy let us use his house, which was an old, spooky looking house. So John's kind of coming up the stairway looking to see if any zombies are going to jump out at him. And he makes his way through the creaky, spooky house and he finds the kitchen. And he makes the best black bean burgers on this side of the apocalypse. And then we do a little bit of, I mean, there's zombies in it and everything, and we kind of kill the zombies. But don't worry, it's all CGI special effects and stuff like that. But we also use a green
It's not real. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not real. Not real zombies. I like that.
screen and hit our other buddy over the head with a frying pan. We don't actually hit him. It's all special effects. But the end
Hey,
of
what's
this
up,
video
Dennis?
leads into a sequel. So in another Flashback Friday video, I'll put the second.
Yo, Dennis and Doggo. I'm definitely continuing the Tomb Raider tonight at some point. So if you guys find yourself awake in the middle of the night, pop in. Because we got some puzzles to solve, don't we? And I'm going to need you, especially Doggo. You got to be there. Some of those puzzles are tough, and Doggo helped me out.
Second part of this video in there. These were fun videos to film just because the creepiness of it, the zombies of it, and you know, the best vegan recipes you're ever going to eat. So without further ado, enjoy the video.
You know, and just real quick, like, you know, some of us, like, we take ourselves too seriously, right? Like, Chris has found a way to like have fun with this and be creative and, you know, like just, you know, present entertainment as well as information. So yeah, we need more of that too. I think we need more, you know, creativity, humor.
Oh, and one more thing I forgot to add is if you have our cookbook, The Vegan Zombie Cook and Survive, either in the physical form or the ebook, and you open up to the beginning with our illustrated comic story, you might notice that as John's walking up here, this actual graphic came straight from the video you're about to watch.
That is so cool. Like, wow. Like, so they got like a comic. So I don't have the cookbook. I don't do much cooking. You see, I just eat my Drizzlicious and I'm good. Got my Drizzlicious. I got some Kratom. I got my Waterloo. Don't have my vegan gaze mug. That's upstairs in the dishwasher.
And a lot of these are from this video where he's eating the burger down here straight out of this video. So I just thought you guys might like to know that. Carry on.
I'm in the basement.
Cooking with the Vegan Zombie.
It's already scary. So we're already in the apocalypse. So I don't know the background. I guess this was this guy. There's my problem with the laptop. Didn't click when I pressed click. Damn it. Anyway, I think he was the face of Vegan Zombie at first before it was Chris. And Chris was doing the filming. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Get your popcorn, guys. Get your popcorn. Oh, how's the volume? Real loud?
Oh, good. A kitchen.
I
I was getting pretty hungry. We're hanging out in this old abandoned house. Kind of just went out wandering and found this place. So I'm thinking, I found the kitchen. And what's on the menu for today? Spicy black bean burgers. Get stoked for it. What do we need to make it? I'll show you. 1 large potato. Fry that up. Like to add a little bit of dry herbs. We got a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of thyme, and half a teaspoon of sage, a little salt, and a little pepper.
It's good that he found time to do this during the apocalypse, you know? Chris told me that when they started this channel back in the day, this was like, I guess nearly 2 decades ago, or maybe 2 decades ago, that this kind of content really didn't exist yet. Like nowadays you see like there's, you know, cooking shows all the time, vegan cooking shows. And he was saying that there wasn't really much going on in terms of like vegan cooking stuff on YouTube. So he was kind of a pioneer in that respect.
Probably a half a teaspoon of each. It's been about 5 minutes now. It's time to add the onion. Got a cup of finely chopped onion. Not only am I going to add the onion though, I'm going to add some grated garlic, 2 cloves, and 1 chipotle pepper, or 2 if you're not a wimp like me. Stir that up for about another 5, maybe 10 minutes. Once your potatoes are done,
I think it's kind of loud.
you don't want the potatoes to get too brown because otherwise they won't mush as well.
Yeah.
Here, I have 1/2 of a poblano pepper. I'm just going to slice it finely and then cube it up. Give a nice fine dice. Be careful. This is dangerous.
But I did that. I did that with my peanut butter sandwich. I was like, be careful now. A lot of people, you know, and they're missing steps. I had not seen this yet. That was also from my brain too.
Okay, stir this in. Cook it for another 2-3 minutes. Just till the peppers are soft.
Sensei.
And then dump this in
Sensei.
a bowl and let it cool down. We're ready to take it off the flame and dump it in a bowl to cool it. She's going in. Oh, no. We're going to add a 1.5 cups of black beans. Stir it in there.
Y'all getting hungry? I'm getting hungry.
And then let it cool down because we're going to mush it. We're going to mush it up. You could use a food processor if you have one, but I don't see one here, and I'll just use these bad boys. Once everything's cooled off and you can deal with it with your hands without burning your hand off, it's time to add the last 2 real ingredients, and that is a 1/4 cup of Daya cheese. I use the pepper jack. You don't need the cheese if you don't want it. It just kind of helps bind the burger a little bit better than just the potato.
It is pronounced Daya. Yeah, we always mess that up. Daya. It's Daya.
And 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You're going to want to just get in there and mix it with your hands. It's like zombie brains. Ugh. Who wants to eat now, huh? At this point, give it a try. It might need a little salt, a little pepper. This does. I'm going to add another 1/2 teaspoon of salt and another 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Now is the fun part. I got here a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Going to have to get my hands dirty again. Mix it all in.
By the way, the next one we'll watch, the French toast one, is a lot more story. It's like a movie. There's a lot more buildup. This one, we got right to the recipe.
The last thing you got to do is form it into a little burger patty. Don't make it too thin. Don't make it too thick. You kind of want to just, might take a couple tries. I found that about the width of my thumb, the thickness of my thumb makes a really good burger. But you could try. I mean, maybe you're going to be lucky. I don't know. All right. Before you put it to the frying pan, you just got to...
I've been lucky in my life that a lot of my friends are people like that guy, that they're always making some magic in the kitchen. So my lazy ass can stroll over to the kitchen and just be like, yeah, what you got? What you got going here? And yeah, could I have some of that?
Dredge it in a little bit of flour, just like that.
That's the kind of friend you need.
And she's ready. So I have a frying pan, medium heat, coated with oil. I'm just going to pop this right on there. Listen to it sizzle. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. It's time to flip these bad boys over. That's perfect.
Y'all taking
That's
notes?
what you want it to look like right there. That's it. Boom.
That looks
This
like a
recipe
damn
makes
good
about 5
burger.
burgers that are this size. You can make little sliders if you want. I mean, I don't know. Get creative. So our burgers are done.
You know, nowadays that we have Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers, I never really get the black bean burger, but sometimes you can't sleep on that black bean burger. Sometimes those are good. Sometimes they're bland. The one that he's making right now, that looks good. Like he's putting a lot into this.
All you got to do is just put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top. A little freckle of salt.
Hang
I got
on.
some
I
fresh
gotta,
lettuce and some fresh
wait.
tomato. Boom.
I gotta jump back and forth to get y'all's comments. Eating a pizza, eh, doggo? Okay, okay. Starving. Got some good goodles? Vegan mac? I may make sense. I was gone for a week. I have no groceries. Daya. Eating the Daya meatless meat lovers. It's so good. Oh, Cincy. I'm with Cincy. I never. Oh, you love the Daya pizza, but don't like their mac and cheese. Huh. Gotcha, gotcha. I've never liked their pizzas. So you like the pizzas. Here's what I do with my frozen pizzas. I go with Amy's Vegan Supreme. That is so solid. That's probably one of my number ones. There's been some others down the line, but that one was pretty solid. That's my go-to. Amy's Vegan Supreme.
I don't have any pickles. I raided the whole house. I got no pickles. Put whatever kind of toppings you want on this because she's ready to go. That's a good burger. It's not processed. It's just all good.
All good.
Well,
That's
guys,
good.
that about wraps it up. The only things that were missing were some veganese, some pickles, but they're still really good. I think you guys are going to love them. I made it one more day in this weird house, but I'm okay. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll keep you up to date on any new recipes we have in the works.
It's called Zombie Gate.
Guys, just be careful out there.
Be careful, guys.
You can never be too careful.
Hey. Oh, I should have mentioned, y'all, like there's some blood and stuff. I hope you guys are good with that. I guess, Chris already warned. So, but I interrupt a lot, so I should do these warnings sometimes. Nice. Where'd you come from?
Have you been bit?
No. Have you?
No. Here, take this. Clean that blood off. We got to get out of here.
Now, had you been bit, would you have said, yeah? That's the question. Now, that's the problem with these zombie apocalypses is everybody starts to turn on each other. Just like Alien Isolation, that video game I was playing. Everybody was on, like all the humans on the spaceship were turning on me, trying to shoot me. I'm like, the alien is our common enemy. Why are you guys coming after me? God, that game is hard. But I understand this world now better from playing Alien Isolation. I understand the distrust.
Wherever there's one, there's a lot more.
Cody Snyder, well done. Zombie Extras, well done. That was cool. All right. Okay, that's the first one. The second one's like way more story driven. Okay. Have you guys watched Plant-Based Brandon? No, I haven't. I haven't heard of Plant-Based Brandon. He just shared a fish sandwich recipe. Looks delicious. Nice. I've had some good vegan fish stuff. Just recently tried Daya Pizza again, and it was better than it was years ago. Yeah, maybe I need to give them a chance because it's been ages since I had a Daya Pizza. And by the way, I like Daya. They do really good stuff. Their cheese a lot of times is really good. Those cheesecakes, have y'all had the Daya cheesecake? That is fire. That New York style cheesecake. Damn. I wish it was more healthy because I'd eat it more. But You should not be eating that stuff too much. A cheesecake, I mean, a day of cheesecake. But yeah, but I'm not a health vegan. I'll put it that way. Okay, so this one's gonna be this one's even better. A lot better, actually. All right, so this is the French toast recipe. Let's hear Chris talk about it a bit.
Flashback Friday for you.
Flashback
This is
Friday.
a continuation of the last one, which was the black bean burger video. If you haven't seen that one, go check that one out. Well, at the end of that one, they leave the house that they're in and they continue on to this video right here, which was also filmed many years ago. And this is going to be the French toast video. This is one of my favorite videos that we ever did. It was also one of the biggest productions we ever did. We came together and had probably 25 to 30 people helping do this. It took maybe around 15, 16 hours to do this entire video. And we filmed it kind of like going through a video game of like bosses that you had to get through. Although there is no real final boss. John has to find his way through a bunch of zombies. And at the end, he gets to a kitchen where he makes the French toast, which, by the way, is one of our favorite recipes. It's in our cookbook. It's in the ebook. The actual physical cookbook is out of print right now, but you can still get a copy of our ebook, which is the link is below. We also did some of my favorite special effects, visual effects in this video. It's pretty gory and gross, but
Okay, y'all
if you know
heard
how we
y'all
did
heard
it, it's
that,
not
right?
really that gory at all. We crushed a zombie's head with a cinder block, but the way we did it was with a watermelon, and then I rotoscoped the person into the frame, so it really looks like it, but it's actually just a watermelon. And then the rest of the stuff, just so you're forewarned, is John shooting a bunch of zombies and there's blood spattering everywhere. It's actually a fake. It's an airsoft shotgun, and I used completely CGI, so none of it is actual in camera. It's all done after the fact in After Effects, which I put a bunch of fake video blood on the walls and stuff like that. It's a delicious recipe, and it was a fun video to make. So this is a continuation of the black bean burger recipe. I hope you enjoy.
Yeah, Chris described this video to me during our interview, and he said that this was like one of the most, like professional setups and everything that they had done. He was saying it was in the context of us talking about trying things, like just trying things out. And he was talking about how, like, yeah, when they were doing this, like I guess he was in charge of a lot of the stuff, and he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just pretend like I know what I'm doing, and it'll turn out fine. Yeah. So he was saying, yeah, we had like 30 people working on this thing, and it took like 16 hours or so to shoot. But anyway, this one's really, really cool. Might give y'all like a sense of like, I'm sure like, he's put a ton of effort into A44, his horror zombie movie. But this might give you a preview of like his style, perhaps.
Cooking with the vegan zombie.
Okay, part 2, guys. Get your popcorn.
Wait, where's your weapon?
Weapon? I just use whatever's around me.
Well, what if nothing's around you?
Then I use these bad boys.
All right, let's get out of here.
These shots. Chris is really talented.
Do you see this? to check it out?
Let's go. What happened here?
Wow.
Y'all, just to warn you, there's blood. Fake blood.
This poor sucker must have shot himself. He used his last bullet.
He's seen better days.
What is this?
Hobo with a shotgun. Sort of like you.
Very funny. We could probably use some of this stuff.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Wait, where are you? I wonder if those shoes fit me. What is
Uh-oh.
that? What the? Not today. Where'd you go?
You're welcome.
Let's just get out of here. It's not safe.
Let's go.
Here.
He said that was a watermelon, and he, I guess, transposed. He used a term. Changed
Take this.
it to her face.
Let's check this building out, man. See if we can get in.
Looks like there's a door right there. Is it locked? Check it out.
No good.
Oh, looks like we got company. Let's try to get in over here. I don't have a lot of ammo left. Let's hope this door opens up. Come on, man.
Got it.
Let's hope this holds them.
Close call.
Let's go check this place out. Look at this fancy schmancy lobby.
Look at all this candy.
None of it's vegan. It's all contaminated.
None of it's
Look at this
vegan.
guy.
It's all contaminated. That's how it is in a lot of movie theaters. Although a lot of movie theaters, like the popcorn is often made with like vegetable oil instead of like actual butter. You got to ask though. But yeah.
Look at this guy. Oh,
Whoa.
look out!
Hey, you think this is okay to eat?
No. Let's get out of here. Blast that dude. Only have a bullet.
I like it's the apocalypse. They're just going around like, can I eat this? Nah. Yeah.
Check that door.
All right. Oh. We're not going out that way.
All right. You go that way. I'll go this way.
All right. Are you okay? Oh. Someone's in the wrong stall.
Hello? Is anybody up there?
Sensei, no, this isn't the zombie movie. This is a like early zombie vegan video where they were doing like recipes, but doing it with a zombie apocalypse theme. So no, this isn't the film. The film hasn't been released yet. I haven't even seen it. Most people haven't seen that film. I think only a few people have actually seen it. Chris did an interview with Jane Velez Mitchell of Jane Unchained, and Jane had seen it. Although Jane is someone who had actually helped with the Kickstarter campaign for the film and actually has a starring role in the film. Well, not a starring role, but like a cameo role as a reporter in the film. So this is just like sort of like a preview of like Chris's style, decades ago when he told me that he had the idea for the movie, and that's what precipitated the Vegan Zombie channel. So at this point, he's already thinking about a movie, but he's making these YouTube videos to sort of like grow the platform and stuff. But yeah, I believe that's the timeline that he described for me, is like, yeah, he was in this job that he didn't like, and he was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, and he said his dad had recommended YouTube to him, and he had always loved like horror films, vampire movies, things like that. He says Dracula's like his favorite. And but he had this idea to do a vegan zombie movie. And as he tells it, his idea like came around the same time that like the movie Zombieland was written as well. So he didn't rip off those ideas, but the idea of a zombie movie that was sort of centered around people eating meat and dairy and that being contaminated, was very early, and didn't really come from anyone but him. It just took him so long to make the film because making films is so difficult, especially when you have such a small budget. And as Chris describes, he was pretty much the primary person. He had a team, a small team working with him, but he had to do a lot of the jobs, like the directing, the editing, and starring in the film as well. So a real passion project.
Hello?
What's up, Vegan World? Nice to see you.
Hello? Hello? Are you okay? Guess not.
Guess not. It's like me playing a video game. And he described it, before the video, like playing a video game, like, oh, what are you doing? You okay? Guess not. Little one-liners like that. Hang on. You there. Back up. A little more effort out of you. Everybody else is doing it. No, I'm just kidding. She's cool. She's got the zombie makeup going.
You know what? I've had about enough for today. I'll make a deal with you. You leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone. Whoa. There's no bullets left in that gun anyway.
It's a pretty nice kitchen.
I think so.
Can you cook?
I think I have the ingredients to make some awesome French toast. We got some stale bread here. We got some earth balance.
They They're just gonna start cooking now. You know, we got a little time now.
A cup of soy milk, a quarter cup of flour, a quarter cup of confectionery sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, some vanilla extract, some cinnamon, and some salt. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is cut up our bread into some thick pieces.
By the way, this recipe looks good and easy. So take notes.
You better be nice to me.
Carbohydrates are delicious.
I feel like French toast is like the perfect thing to make right now because I don't know if there's any other zombies in here, and this is really quick. So all we have to do is add our soy milk,
yeah,
our flour, confectionery sugar, cornstarch, everything. Just add it all. Just a small teaspoon of vanilla extract. And about a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of salt. Then whisk it together. You want the consistency to be a little thick. So if it's a little too runny, just add a little bit more flour. You should be fine. All you have to do is drown these bad boys. Do a couple at a time. Come on over. I have a nonstick pan coated with some coconut oil, but you can use canola oil if you don't have coconut oil.
I like even that. Like, come over here, camera guy. Like, it's a nice touch.
Coconut oil. Time. These bad boys. Do a couple at a time. Come on over. I have a nonstick pan coated with some coconut oil, but you can use canola oil if you don't have coconut oil. About a medium heat. Toss it on there. Let her cook. So after about 2 minutes, you're gonna want to flip them. You're going for a golden brown color. Powdered sugar for the top.
First vegan channel, huh, Sensei? How do I say that? Is that right?
Well, that took about
Sensei?
5 minutes to make. So I doctored it up with a little bit of fresh fruit. I found some bananas and some
Damn, that
strawberries.
looks good.
I'm gonna top it with a little bit of maple syrup. Well, that about wraps it up. So I'm gonna go scope the
Oh,
rest.
it's too good. That's too good. I want some of that.
This place out because it's huge. Make sure you check out our website or go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We have a ton of other recipes out there that are zombie free and vegan and awesome. And I'm so hungry. I think I'm just gonna dig into this real quick and then get out of here.
Yeah.
So thanks. Oh man, I was gonna eat that. I did so much better when I was on my own. Well, I'm waiting for mine to cook now because you just took mine.
These are delicious.
Well, thanks.
Why don't you waste your friend? She's making me nervous.
You know what? I told you already. I got no bullets in this gun. You're eating my food. I guess there were more bullets in this gun.
Nice, Chris. So good. So good. Isn't that fun? Like creative, fun? How many people they had working on that? You said like 30 people. Probably a bunch of his friends, I'm guessing, like volunteers. Wrestle with zombie. Zombie install. Let's go. Projector zombie. Cody. That would have been fun. Like that must have been so fun. To be Chris's buddy back in decades ago, doing stuff like that. Hey, let's see. He didn't sift all that powdered sugar. What a mad lad. Like seedless weed. I see. But how do you pronounce that? I don't know. I'm not well versed. All right. Let's watch the trailer, yeah? Let's watch the trailer of A44. Because that's what he's been doing lately. So let's watch it. Share this tab. Oh, look at that short. That looks good. All right, here's the trailer for A44, which has yet to be released, but should come out very soon.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Amherst. We do have some breaking news to report. There are several reports of what appears to be a stomach bug going around. Now, experts are not quite sure of the cause, but an investigation is underway. You are being advised to use discretion and stay home if you aren't feeling well.
I'll be back.
Cell mutations. If we consider a virus to be similar to a eukaryotic
Gregor.
cell, where would the actual mutation originate? Is there something important outside, Harley?
Never mind. I guess it's nothing.
Dude, it's like a ghost town in there. Everyone's going home sick or something.
Now we have eyes on the ground at Amherst.
Just real quick, I'm kind of jealous that Chris also looks good without a beard. It's like when I shave my beard, I grow that back. But he's got the beard. He looks good. Well, I'll show you a part of our interview. I want to highlight a part of our interview after this.
First General reporting live. Let's see what's unfolding. Pat, what can you tell us?
Hey, how do you think they actually get the milk out of a note?
Maybe we can get together sometime and cook up some vegan cheeseburgers or something.
Yo, bro, I left my wallet in your truck.
What the? Hey, we need backup!
People are complaining of dizziness and stomach pains. People are, oh my God, what are you doing? Get down!
Tell him!
Wait. That's gotta be it, right? Okay, wait, what do you mean?
No! So, don't eat animals, fools.
Hopefully those things don't want to eat us too.
Even the trailer, the editing's so good, right? So good. What did y'all think of that? There's that one zombie movie set in a school where the kids get infected through eating chicken nuggets. Yeah, is that Zombieland? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I haven't seen a ton of zombie movies. But Chris was telling me that like he had the idea for this, and this was like 16 years ago that he had the idea for it. He said he came up with the idea, and then all of a sudden, all these things started happening that it's like kind of undermined him. So he had the idea, and then there's a film that comes out that's similar in idea, and then he even talked about how the name A44. People are asking him now, oh, is that, an ode to A24, the film distribution company that makes all those great indie films or distributes them? And he was like, that didn't even exist when I came up with this plan. So yeah, Chris, he had all that stuff happen because it's taken so long to do the film. Yeah, so let me share this, just like kind of a heartfelt moment that he had in our interview. So anyway, let's see, is that, hang on. Laptop issues, guys. Doggo, it's really tragic what happened to my laptop. Okay, it's working. I gotta get better at all this stuff, but let me see. Okay, yeah, but anyway, part of the reason for this stream too is I'm hoping to drive more people to the interview as well. And as I said in the early part of the stream, Chris was just so cool when I reached out to him. He had no questions about like, how many subscribers did I have, all that kind of stuff. He was just like, yeah, cool, let's talk about it. And yeah, and I just feel kind of bad because I have just a few hundred subscribers, so I can't offer him a huge platform. But my hope is that, you know, it will drive interest, at least in the small vegan community that I have, so that more people will want to talk to him about it, and so forth. I mean, Jane Unchained already did that. So Jane Velez Mitchell already started that ball rolling. Excuse me. But anyway, also I realize, you know, I do these like 2 hour long conversations, 90 minutes long. I'm realistic. I know that most people don't get through these interviews. And this is pretty late, so I just wanted to share this that he was talking about. Check this out.
But this was dedicated to my, you know, my best friend, my dog, my German Shepherd, who was with me through good times and bad times, and he was so loyal. Okay, so he's the star of the show, and he passed away last year, and so I dedicated this to him, and I feel like this was our one last epic adventure together, and I do want to address that, and you know, the fact that this is dedicated, it's an ode to him. It was dedicated to him.
Just real quick, like right now, like when he said that, that was our last great big adventure together. I was starting to mist up. You can't see it, but he misted up my eyes. Damn it, Chris.
Means so much to me, because he's immortalized in this movie now, and I'm sure that there will be haters, because there always are. So anybody that's going to go out there and preemptively say that as a vegan I exploited my dog or anything like that, I'm just going to shut those down right now, because that's one thing that will get to me, that I don't have any patience for. So I just want to address this right now. So as a German Shepherd, he was very loyal to me, and that meant a lot of German Shepherds, you know, I guess it's the breed, other dogs too, but mainly German Shepherds, they get really bad separation anxiety. He'd freak out if I just left the house to get the mail. So it just seemed right to bring him with me on these long days, these long shoots. And I want people to know that every take with him in it, I originally had the script was more demanding of the dog in the movie, but since he was an elderly dog by this time, I want people to know I rewrote the script around him, and basically he was just being himself in every little scene. So we did the magic of video making, of sound effects, to make things look more dramatic than they really were. All he really had to do is walk with me towards the camera in a couple scenes, and we did it on one take. He had a lot of fun with everybody on set, you know, a lot of attention, a lot of treats, just hanging out with me and just basically having fun. And then after that, his ability to walk started to go about a year later. You can kind of see it in the movie, and I want people to know that I would take him out to walk him every day to prevent that from happening sooner than later. So anybody that has any problem, like, there was no problems here. He was a very loved dog. I didn't force anything. It was basically me and him just having a good time together, and that's all it was.
So that was interesting, because Chris felt like he needed to get out front of, you know, any criticism about, you know, you had your dog in this film. Did you exploit your dog? And I was just so moved by the first thing that he said that I wasn't even thinking that way in any way, that when he talked about having this great adventure with his dog. And then, so anyway, we go on to talk about, I talked about the film EO, which is one of my favorite movies, the donkey movie where they used real donkeys, and it's a great animal rights film. And I was talking about how just like very recently I was watching my friend's dog, and same thing, like I was watching my friend's dog. We're very close, me and the dog, and that dog was not going to leave my side at any time. And so I watched this dog for a few weeks one time, and there was just like one time that I needed to go to the grocery, and so I left him at home. And then when I got home, he was so upset. So I mean, what I'm saying is, like, you know, I totally related to what Chris was saying. Like he wasn't going to leave his dog by themselves you know. And yeah, so like I don't know if y'all like, here's another little plug. I did that interview with Tom Harris, but if y'all watch that interview, and Tom Harris is a great activist from the Shack campaign, definitely another video that I'm really trying to drive people to, because not enough people are seeing these interviews with people who really deserve that bigger platform that I can't provide them. But anyway, the little dog made a cameo during that interview, because he was right on my lap the entire time, and he pops their little head up, pops their little heads up, and he even got like right on the microphone. Tom was like, "Oh, what does he want to say?" And Tom's book's called "Your Neighbor Kills Puppies," about the Shack campaign. So I was like, "Oh," he probably said, "Don't kill puppies," and that was his little YouTube cameo. So anyway, and I had asked my friend, "Is it okay?" You know, because my friend's a fairly private person, and I was like, "Is it okay if the dog ends up on the screen? Because I know they're going to be on my lap." Greatest adventures with dogs. Don't have kids. They're my family. Giuseppe. Yeah, you saw it, doggo. Little Giuseppe. If you rescue animals as vegan, that's okay. I'm gonna cry. I miss 2 of my rescue dogs that passed so much. Yeah, right, Cincy. Doggo, did the screen crack on my laptop? No, no, no. Thank goodness. It looks fine from the outside. It was not even like a hard fall. So I was surprised that it fell. Like, I mean, I was surprised that there's some damage apparently, and I don't know how serious the damage is, but it's like when I click on the what do you call it, the touchpad, sometimes it's not clicking, and so when I'm trying to drag things around, like now I'm trying to do that with tapping motion, like double tap and drag, not used to it. And you got to be super sensitive with it and everything. So anyway, that's not ideal. And this laptop honestly is pretty old, you know. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to share that as well. I pulled up this other one, this sort of like different form of Chris's content that he talked about. He said, "I hate making these kinds of videos." He was like, "But every now and then I feel like, you know, I'll have to like make one of these videos that addresses something like some criticism or something in the vegan movement." And I actually really like the way that he does it. So even though he didn't like these kinds of videos, I still think it's pretty cool. Wait, I accidentally clicked it away. Don't worry, I'll find it. I'll find it. Damn it. Okay, you guys bear with me. Bad laptop, new to this. I know I'm getting less and less new, but I'm still using that as my excuse. So let me, because I'm also incompetent. Maybe I'll just go with that from now on. I'm incompetent and somewhat new. Doggo, you see me play Need for Speed. You saw, I think you were there, right? Yeah, you've seen me at my worst. At my absolute worst. Okay. Okay. I am boring y'all so badly probably right now because I'm struggling to find the video that I had pulled up already, and now it's gone. But I will find it. I will find it. It was like the things that bother me about some vegans or something like that. And it was, yeah, my problem with many vegans. And I kind of like to hear Chris, you know, kind of unload a little bit. That was kind of cool. All right, so here we go. Sharing that. All right, let me check on the stream, the comments. Yeah, I have way too many tabs up right now. So I can't even see my own screen. Hang on, y'all. Is there anybody left? I feel like probably everybody dipped out by now. Even my most loyal viewers. Oh, 7 viewers still. Cool. You just get a wireless mouse. Yeah, maybe I need to do that. Oh, you weren't there for Need for Speed? Damn it. Okay, somebody saw me crashing that vehicle. How you doing, M? Nice to see you. Okay. We got the right one up. My problem with mini vegans. Let's share that. Let's hear Chris rant a little bit. It is Chris's birthday. Did y'all? I guess that's in the title. But happy birthday, Chris, vegan zombie. Such a nice guy. I have fun reacting to his content and talking to him.
But I
You know. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm going to rant right here. So
Do
if
it.
you just
Do
want like
it,
a
rant.
happier video, I've got thousands of them on the channel. Just scroll and find another one. So I have been vegan for the majority of my life because I believe it is the right thing to do. I've known this from a young age, and I don't really think too much of it. I just live my life as a vegan, and it just is what it is. It comes second nature to me. And on this channel, on this platform, I always try to promote veganism any way I can, because if I can inspire more people to go vegan, that's always the goal. The goal is to make people go vegan, to inspire people to go vegan, and ultimately that helps the animals. And that's what I'm here to do. So I don't need to do this channel. I do it because I like it, and most of you guys seem to like my videos. The ones that like it watch my videos. The ones that don't like my videos, they don't watch my videos, or they will watch my videos and then just put stupid comments up there. And for the most part, I got pretty thick skin and I can let most things roll off and just whatever. But there's certain things that really just get under my skin, and that's when people question my morals, ethics, or integrity. And anybody that knows me knows that if it weren't for my integrity, morals, and ethics, I wouldn't be me. That's pretty much what I've done and take.
First of all, who is questioning Chris's ethics when he's been vegan for decades and decades? I wonder what he's referring to. I watched some of this. I haven't watched the entire video, but yeah, I don't even know what he's referring to. But I wonder if it's like people saying, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. You're not promoting veganism in the right way or something. And are you even vegan because you're not going so hard or something?" I don't know. You can't please everyone, and sometimes you can't please anyone.
So seriously, like it's more important to me than anything. And without them, I wouldn't be who I am. So when I went vegan almost 30 years ago, I did it because I didn't want any part of the animal industry. I didn't want to be involved in any kind of harm towards these animals. And there's also other reasons over the years that I can think of. I mean, there's so many reasons to go vegan, and really no reasons not to go vegan from what I've seen. And so when people question my ethics or my morality of why I'm vegan, it just really kind of gets under my skin. And I think there's a lot of people that just don't get it. They can't see all angles. They only see what's right in front of them. And I've never been like that. I look at every angle, I look at every scenario, and I try to always come up with a critical thinking, the best decision, or the best possible explanation of things. And I like to listen.
There's like a difference between like constructive feedback, and I'm sure that's not what he's referring to. It's more like kind of like just nastiness. And it is frustrating. And I'm sure that all of you have experienced this too, when someone is criticizing you that, is not in a constructive way and is also just like from your team. It's like we're all on the same side. And, it's like you take that a little harder when it's the people that you were expecting to have your back. are the ones that are slamming you. So, I mean, Chris has been on YouTube for ages, so he can handle trolls and hatred and all that stuff. But, you know, the fact that he felt like he needed to respond to some stuff in, I guess, a general way is annoying. It's annoying, you know, that he felt like he had to do that. Because look how much great work he's doing. It doesn't mean that Chris can do no wrong. Not saying that. But I mean, we're just like, this is another thing that we talked about in the interview, is that we don't really encourage each other all that much. We're really quick to slam each other for one slight perceived error or one slight difference of opinion. There are people I'm like, I agree with like 99% of what they agree with. And the 1% drives this complete wedge between us, which is ridiculous. You know, I brought up the example too. I know this is a person who gets a lot of criticism in the movement, this guy, you know, James Aspie, and I've really just been like really disappointed that there have been people who criticize him for following his passion with regards to becoming a rap artist. You know, he's doing his Jimmy Cashby thing right now. And it's like, just like Chris was doing his movie, and he's like, look, I know not everybody's going to like this. Same with James. Like, he's doing his music. He knows not everybody's going to like this. But why are we slamming someone for following their dream? We should be encouraging that. Like, I just find it so bullying. Like, it's bullying tactics. Like, oh, you're going to do something that I don't think you're as good at, you know, or something. Fuck you. Like, what do you like? No, like, he had a dream. He's following it. Same with Chris here. You know, he had a dream to make this movie, and he achieved it. And that is just like 16 years of effort. That's why I'm celebrating it, because that is just an incredible amount of ability to stay focused and get something done. When it takes that long, it would be so easy to walk away and do something else.
To information before I make judgments and stuff like that. When I first went vegan, the group of people that I don't know if I want to say the word hate, but the group of people that I disliked the most were other vegans. And it wasn't because I didn't have
I'm glad that y'all like James too. And it's okay, even people if they don't like James. That's okay too. I just don't I don't understand slamming someone for following their heart. Regardless. You know, it's just like, I go to a lot of open mics, you know, and we never do that to each other. We're never like, oh, you missed that note, get off the stage. No, it's encouraging. Like, we're not there to we're there to encourage people. I mean, I understand there are some like more cutthroat areas. The area that I live, open mics that I go to or whatever, everybody encourages each other. It's childish behavior.
Same sentiments as them, that I didn't think the same things that they did about the animal industry. I did, and I still do. But the way that they
nice
promoted
vegan t-shirt
veganism
company
was not
nice,
the
Sensei.
correct way, as far as I'm concerned. This was a very militant style, extremist point of view, and they would more often than not get people angry with them, defensive of them, and really wanting nothing to do with them or their movement, which ultimately affects the animals. So when I came up with my channel, I wanted to make a fun, entertaining, inspirational vegan YouTube show.
And by the way, I know some people are going to disagree with that, and I actually kind of disagree a little bit with Chris here, because I don't really necessarily think that it's our job for people to like us. But my point is that just because Chris does it one way and I do it another way, that is no reason for us to slam each other, you know? And I guess I probably more in line with Chris in how I conduct myself, especially on YouTube, Like I try to be extremely welcoming to people, regardless, of whether they're vegan or not. I want them here. I want them engaging with this content and talking, and having these conversations. But as I say that, you know, I think about pressure campaigns. I think about people like Tash Peterson, who, are not afraid to raise their voice. And just because she gets a lot of hate, I don't think that she's doing anything wrong. But I think what he's kind of getting at is that he's probably gets people saying like, "Oh, you're doing it the wrong way." No, look, like I mean, okay, maybe there's some science to it, but none of us really know. Okay, and like really what method works on one person may not work on another person. And so I'm really not quick to criticize people. The thing that I'm quick to criticize is when people are criticizing. Now, I'm not saying that we should not have constructive feedback. We shouldn't look critically at what we're doing to make sure that we're effective. That's fine. That's good. But we too often are like really sarcastic and dismissive and disrespectful towards people who are trying to make a difference. And I don't care what you're doing to try to make a difference. That is more than sitting on your sofa, So I'd rather you be trying it your way. Do your best. Learn from your mistakes, But we should prop each other up more than we tear each other down. And too often we tear each other down.
Brought people in and gave them a community and taught them how to go vegan and stay vegan. And even with haters, like being kind to haters and just replying with positive feedback has even got.
And I got to work on that. Sometimes I'm very nice. Sometimes I'm very dismissive. Got to work on it.
People to go vegan over the years. So
depends on the crowd.
The one big thing that I really can't stand in this vegan community is there's always fighting going on between like non-vegans and vegans. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But there's even more fighting going on in the vegan community, vegan to vegan.
Yep.
You're not vegan enough. You didn't do this enough. You did this wrong. Look, I hold myself to high standards. I always have. I don't like to eat at places that are not exclusively vegan.
And sorry, y'all, I'm having laptop issues, and that's why I'm slow to respond to comments, but I'm getting back to see them. So Sensei's making a vegan t-shirt company. That's really cool. So check out Sensei Vegano. Follow that. Do you want people to follow you, Sensei? Like, can they subscribe to your YouTube, or how can people like follow that? And then M was talking about asking me if my family is vegan. And, they have been insanely supportive of me. I am a very lucky person. And I've gone pretty hard on my family when I didn't think that they were getting it. It took a while. They were always supportive. But in terms of their own practices, they obviously weren't an animal rights activist in the way that I am. We actually had a pretty serious discussion not that long ago, where I was pretty blunt about it because I felt like things had been going too long, and they're mostly plant-based. Okay, so like they're incredible, and I would really start to say that, yeah, I think my family is starting to basically be vegan, like for the animals. So yeah, I've had great success, honestly, talking to family, friends, girlfriends, prospective girlfriends. Like I have like a really good track record of getting through to people about this topic. Cause I think what it is just that if you have the conviction, they can see that, they can sense that. And then if you're around someone who's curious and wants to be a good person and do their best, they want to learn more. At least that's been my perspective. And you have to tailor, when you're talking to somebody about this, you obviously have to take into account who you're talking to. and what you think is going to be most appropriate for this particular person. But and I guess I've had some success with that, but I mean, I've had some flops too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like some carny whisperer. You know, I'm not the carnus whisperer, but I've had some success. M says, yes, 100%. Use your talent to display your style of activism. Yeah, all of them plant seeds, and that's most important overall. And try new things. Yeah, let's say, I mean, because the opinion that people are sharing is that, oh, this person's not good at this or that. Well, and I brought this up to Chris, like I started playing piano like 7 years ago. I played when I was a kid, but you know, I wasn't good when I started, but who cares? Like I was following what I wanted to do. I was following my passion. So I got better, of course. But yeah, I mean, even if someone like you don't like what they're doing, like they're trying. Can't take arguing with people anymore because no one's open to veganism. So I hope the t-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts, like passive activism, honestly, to me is really powerful. Don't have anything going on yet on YouTube, but as soon as the site's ready, cool. Yeah, please do share it, because the whole point of this channel, even though it's tiny, my original idea for the channel was to expose the good in other activists. And by that I meant I had all these people who were like hated in the movement for one reason or another that I would talk to behind the scenes and were just like the most lovely people. And so obviously I had personal drive, like I want to do activism and, you know, reach a lot of people. But also one of the early ideas was basically just to support other activists. And so, yeah, when you get your t-shirt thing, please do send it to me. And if you can't find me on a live stream, reach out. I've got my email and everything on my channel. A lot of vegan t-shirts out there, but it will be nonprofit and proceeds go to activists. Nice. Yeah, there are a lot of t-shirts, but I really like the hard-hitting ones. What am I wearing right now? I've got, check this one out. Hang on. I don't want to take the chance of being naked on the stream, so I'm going to go, because when I pull this off, I'm going to show y'all my t-shirt. It's a PETA shirt, and they sent it to me for free, but I'm going to show y'all. Yeah, so sorry. Anyway, check out that shirt. Can you all see that? Hang on. Can't see my own camera right now. Oh, Lord. Hang on. Yeah, my shit's glitching. But anyway, y'all see this? Cool PETA shirt. No place for speciesism, homophobia, xenophobia, racism, or sexism. PETA. You know, like there's just all different kinds of ways to get the message across. I like that shirt a lot. And I was doing like pride events, handing out PETA literature, like pride themed stuff, and they sent me that for free. By the way, if y'all don't know that about PETA, if you reach out to them, they will send you anything you want for free. As long as you like can demonstrate that you're going to use the stuff. PETA is the shit. They have been so helpful. They will send you posters, materials, t-shirts. I mean, I even asked for a t-shirt. I just said, hey, can you send me some like pamphlets that I can hand out at a pride event? And they were like, oh, what size t-shirt do you wear? You know, like all this stuff. I was like, oh, cool. I'm getting a t-shirt. Nice. And I like this one. And they gave me like options too, tons of options. They were like, what about your friends? Do they want a t-shirt? So yeah, PETA. This shit. I got so many tabs open, guys. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, I know where I'm at. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I like that shirt too. And it was great for Pride, you know, because, you know, we're there, you know, battling homophobia at a Pride event. Top line speciesism. People get it. They understand.
I don't even necessarily like eating at vegan places because not because I don't think something won't be vegan, but because I've always been kind of a germaphobe, and you know, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. I have worked in the food industry for many years, way back in the day. I've seen some pretty bad things go on, and I've seen things fall on the floor. I've seen people use old ingredients and just throw it in the food. So I prefer, if I have my preference, to make my own foods at my house, buy my own foods at the store, at the farmer's market, and make it myself. But there are obviously instances where I go out to restaurants, and most of the time it's when I travel.
Yeah, PETA.
And it's when I'm making videos to show other people all the great possibilities out there that exist to be vegan, to make it easier for them, to show them where they can go get certain things. And that also includes non-vegan places that
Wait, is he alluding to like people gave him shit because he ate at non-vegan restaurants to showcase the vegan food? Man, that is so petty if that's the case. And look, it's like, I understand if somebody won't eat at a restaurant that serves meat. I get that completely, but to each their own. Like, in terms of like, you know, do you not go to a grocery store? I don't know if that's what he's referring to. You know, it's great if you can go to only vegan restaurants, if you have those around you. I try to do that as much as I can also, but you can't always do that. Like he's saying, when you're traveling.
sell vegan items. Whenever I see that happen, it's a good thing. I like that all these non-vegan places have vegan things for sale. Now, that's not to say that I agree with what they're doing with their normal day-to-day practices and the products that they make. But when I see them start to switch towards vegan options, I know that they're going in the right direction. Now, we all know that it's not because they love vegans, it's because of the money there. But regardless, it's changing the world. And since I went vegan almost 30 years ago, this was non-existent to where it is now. So veganism has finally become mainstream. But when I see people condemning people for eating out at places, like personally, I would not get a vegan Impossible Whopper at Burger King or anything like that.
I would.
I don't like the shared fryers. I don't like.
I get it. I mean, I used to. I haven't gotten any Impossible Whopper in a long time, but I was like, really, I was all about it. I was like, whoa, we've got a vegan option at a Burger King. I got all that fast food stuff when it came out. So like, all you got to do with the vegan Whopper to make it vegan is don't get mayonnaise on it. Ask for no mayonnaise. And yeah, you know, when I was eating at Burger King, I was less concerned about the shared fryer, that sort of thing. I understand that people do have that concern, and I obviously rather it not be shared. But I think when this all was starting with like the Impossible Whopper, I was pretty recent to like even becoming a vegan. So I really didn't have like the squeamishness about eating from the shared thing. But anyway, that's like to each their own. But I remember when KFC came out with their Beyond Chicken tenders or whatever, I was eating the shit out of that. And to be honest, it was okay. I thought it was pretty good, but sometimes I liked it. Sometimes I felt like they fucked it up a little bit. But I was eating it just to support it. Because, you know, but it didn't last. So honestly, that one was kind of a bust. What are you going to do? But yeah, I don't like that I gave KFC some money and then they dropped their Beyond. But, you know, a lot of people have made these videos. Like, if this stuff happens and then nobody buys it, then they're not going to keep doing that stuff. Like, the whole production was vegan, all the catering, and he even shot in digital because there doesn't seem to be a commercially available vegan film. Really? Interesting. Well, I knew that he had tried to make all the set vegan and stuff, and Plants Mary is talking about A44 right now, the zombie film that Chris made. He tried to make sure everything on the set was vegan, all the catering, all the food, everything. He said not every actor on the set was vegan, but when they were on set, all the actors, all the crew were very respectful that this is a vegan production. So, you know, they could, on their own time, they could eat whatever they wanted, you know, but here it's vegan.
Like anything of that sort, I say no to it. But I will never tell somebody that they're not vegan or condemn them for doing that. I won't judge them.
Ridiculous.
That's their journey. That's what they are comfortable with. And I will never try to make decisions for other people. I can only make decisions for me and try to inspire other people. And when there's vegan options out there, whether they're perfect or not, I'd rather people go towards those than the non-vegan options. If there's a big non-vegan company and they're selling a small line of vegan products, you're damn right I will promote those products from that company and say, hey, this company.
Yeah, I don't have them with me, but I've been buying those Hershey's plant-based bars. Obviously, most of their products aren't plant-based, but this is a big-time company. Hershey's and Reese's, you know, doing plant-based Reese's cups. I'll go out of my way to get those because everybody carries Hershey's. You know, everybody carries it. Unfortunately, everybody doesn't carry the plant-based stuff. And the reason for that is the sales aren't strong enough for that. But I guess, or because they don't have ethics, right? But you know, that's a side topic. But anyway, I agree with Chris, what he's saying.
Is doing their best to make vegan products. Let's all go support them, because if nobody goes and supports them, they're going to say, hey, we don't have a market for vegan stuff. Let's just go right back to the non-vegan stuff. And that is not a win. And ultimately, again, the animals are the ones that suffer for that.
Wow. Plants Mary says film has gelatin. I would have never guessed that. And obviously I'm not shocked because they put animal products in damn near everything, but I wouldn't even had a thought that there were animal products in film. Good to know. Good to know. And good on Chris for knowing that and shooting on digital.
So I will always go that route, never be hypocritical about it. But then these other vegans in the vegan community will sit there and they'll say things like, oh, well, that's not, you know, that's hypocritical, or, you know, that's not vegan if you're doing this or you're doing that. But you could literally say, hey, Mr. Perfect out there, Mr. or Mrs. Perfect, are you buying your food solely at only vegan grocery stores? Are you probably not using a cell phone or a computer? You're not driving a car filled with gas or even electric. You're basically doing nothing, because if you want to get that pedantic about it, you can make an argument that nothing in the world is vegan. And veganism does exist. There's a definition. So we do have veganism. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. We choose to not exploit animals. We don't eat animals. We don't wear animals. We don't use animals.
I like Chris when he's fired up. Like, he is such a nice, kind guy. It's kind of nice to see him like it. For
our pleasure.
Look at
either leave animals alone, or
he's so worked up. Look at him.
We either leave animals alone,
breathe,
or we help animals. That's what veganism is.
Yeah.
And we have people in there condemning other vegans. The only thing that's going to make people do is not want to be vegan, or not label themselves vegan, or not talk about vegan, and really think that vegans are crazy and want nothing to do with it. And again, that only hurts the animals. I don't know if people know this or not, but it's really hard these days to find any place out there that's exclusively vegan on an everyday basis. And I'll give you a couple examples of this. Yes, we have a bunch of small businesses out there that are vegan businesses, and that's great, but it's not always practical for everybody in the country or even the world to go shop at all these little places for everything that they need on a day-to-day basis for them or their family or whatever. There's a few vegan grocery stores in the country. There's not many, but most people don't have access to a vegan grocery store. The closest one that exists to me that I know of is about 3 hours away. So I don't have access to a vegan grocery store. I go to other grocery stores, and guess what? A lot of these grocery stores carry a ton of vegan product, but they also carry a ton of animal products. So exclusively, you're not shopping at a grocery store that is not doing something with the animal industry. Furthermore, you got all these other companies, such as companies like Field Roast and Follow Your Heart and Tofurkey and all these
I know where
ones that
he's
are like,
going
oh,
with that.
Gardein.
Yeah, they're owned by these big conglomerates that have bought them out, and they have all these animal products. It's depressing, but it's true.
Oh, these are all vegan companies. Well, yeah, they were, but they sold out their companies to a parent company that are not vegan. Tofurkey sold theirs out to a company, an Asian company that is a dairy company. So their parent companies are not vegan. So you are buying product and you're creating a demand for more vegan product, but the ultimate dollar goes to the parent company that's not vegan. So we can only do so much. We're not perfect. Not everybody can grow their own food. I tried to grow my own food this year. It was a big epic fail. I have a little bit of land. I tried. Not everybody can do it. It's not super easy for everybody to do that. Some people just have a gift to do it and they can do it. And that's awesome. But not everybody can do that. There's so much infighting going on in the vegan community. It's pathetic. It makes me not want anything to do with this community. Look, I've been vegan for so long.
That's depressing.
Most of my life I've been vegan. Again, I don't think twice about it.
That's depressing that a year ago Chris was saying like there's so much infighting. It makes me not even want to be part of this community. Obviously, he will always be vegan. But I think we've all in the last, like, especially, I don't know, the vegan world. I exist more in like the activist world, and God, the amount of drama in the activist animal rights world has been relentless. And I feel like in some cases manufactured, probably by our opposition who knows our tendencies. And that's possible, but they probably don't even need to, because we are very good at destroying ourselves. And yeah. And I've had to go through moments where I had to step away, obviously never from the animals, but step away from certain communities just because I needed a break. And even so, even when we're trying to work through the problems, right? Like doing the productive work of like trying to get through something, sometimes I have to step away from that because that is exhausting. Yeah. I mean, life is short. And yeah, life is short and the animals need our help. And we are wasting so much time on ridiculous bullshit all the time. All the time. Yeah. Okay. Lost my, damn it. Went away from my, there we go. Sorry.
About it. I don't need the approval from anybody else in the vegan community, nor do I want it if this is how people are going to be. I don't need it. I don't want it. I know that I'm vegan, and that's all that matters. I do what I do on an everyday basis. I do this channel to help other people. If people don't want that, I don't have to do it. And, you know, I know that there's a lot of people out there that enjoy my channel, that it's helped them.
Damn
so
right.
That's why I continue doing this. But I just, you know, it just gets to a point where it's just boiled over and I just can't sit here. I don't like wasting my time and my day to go through comments and writing back. I just don't like having arguments. I don't like having arguments, period. But I definitely don't like wasting my time writing on my keyboard to people. So I had to do this video. I don't care if you agree with me or not. This is how I feel about it. And just, I guess, think a little bit harder before you make certain decisions, because not everything is black and white and why we do things. So I know a lot of people say things about me and they don't even know me. They only know a personality online, but they don't know the real me. So try thinking before you speak, because I know, you know, we might be thinking the same thing about the animal industry. We might be mad and angry and want to shove stuff down people's throats. But people don't work that way. People don't like being told what to do. People don't like having to defend themselves. People get defensive when stuff like that comes up, and it's just flat out counterproductive to veganism. So let's be a little bit kinder to other people. Look, when somebody goes vegan, I'm going to do everything I can to help them go vegan. And if they're doing something their way, then that's fine with me. If they reach out to me for help or advice, I'm always happy to give it to them. But I'm not going to criticize or condemn anybody that is on their own journey, including, people like my parents and stuff. How many people, if you have parents that are vegan, that's awesome. But it's so hard to actually have parents that are, in an older generation. My parents are in their 70s that are vegan. My parents will eat a lot more vegan things, which is something they never would even do when I was younger. So I'm happy that they even are accepting the possibility to try some of these foods and eat vegan. My mom eats a lot of vegan foods, but she's not exclusively vegan, and neither is my dad. And to condemn people's parents for not being vegan, like, hey, if somebody's parents are, eating plant-based and everything, but we can't make the decisions for those people. We can only.
Yeah, it sounds like his parents were like where mine were when I first started vegan, and they were like really supportive. They ate a lot more vegan foods. They'd go with me to vegan restaurants. And, but yeah, like I said, I think that my family now I would classify, really on board with an animal rights message at this point. And so when I'm saying like, I won't even say like they might be vegan, but obviously I can't really follow them around in the grocery store, nor do I want to. It's just that I do think that from time to time they might slip up, buy a product that they didn't know had, an animal product in it, because they're not as vigilant as I would be. But they're lovely, lovely. And yeah, it sounds like his parents are kind of similar, although he's been vegan for so much longer that it must be a little more frustrating for him, because he's been vegan for like 30 years.
Try to support them for what they are doing and hope that someday they keep progressing and get better and better at it. That's all I can say about that, is we have to work on ourselves and be a better model and hopefully an inspiration to other people, and show people that, veganism is the way to go. I truly believe this. I truly believe it's the altruistic right thing to do, is to go vegan. So if I could give anybody the best piece of advice that I could ever give, is to go vegan, because that was the best decision I had ever made in my life. And I didn't even know it at the time. But if I could give all those years back of when I did that to somebody right now, I would tell them, go vegan, give it a try, stick it out, and it'll be the best decision you ever made. That's all I got. I'm sorry, I don't always do this, but sometimes I have to rant.
Hey, rant away, Chris. That was a great video. Like I'm all about, get on there. If you have a YouTube channel, get on there and do your little rant if you need to. Because yeah, it sounds like somebody was criticizing him for some dumb shit. Yeah. I mean, how are you going to call into question vegan zombie? Let me catch up with y'all's comments. Cincy did actually get in an argument with a vegan guy I met on Vegly. That's the dating app, I think, and told him I couldn't make it to an activist event. And he says, so animal torture can wait when I spend 2 hours a day on online activism. Wow. Yeah. Like stuff like that. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah, that's so you're talking to somebody who's already vegan and you're saying, oh, the animal torture can wait because I can't make it to this activism event. Oh my God. Some people are just like, I feel like some people are just have been put on the planet to drain us, to drain our energy. And I am all about, if someone is draining your energy, cut that shit off. Because we don't have, we have a finite amount. I am not. So I work, I work closely with Wayne Shang for a long time, and that guy has some energy. I am not that guy. I will burn out. Yeah, I've been very lucky to work with people in direct action everywhere, and those people, God, like I am just so impressed with how they just keep on going, 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 like the Energizer Bunny. And yeah, I just have like one of the people in DXC I was talking to said, "Oh, you actually have like a social battery, Jeremy." I was like, "That's exactly right. I have a social battery that gets drained." So I could stream like this. We can do this all day. I could do this for 24 hours a day, probably. Get my little drink. Let me go to the bathroom from time to time. Let me shower, brush my teeth. But I could sit here and do this forever. But get me in a crowd, especially if it's like a infighting crowd. Nah. Felix, we have dealt with lots of infighting locally. I think the same passion that drives us as animal activists gets diverted to unproductive bickering. We need to keep our eyes on the prize. 100% Felix. Felix, you got away with words. You know, your comments, you always kind of put things right. You say it very correctly. Cincy, my parents won't ever be, and my dad's dying. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I hope at some point my brother will go vegan. Yeah. I'm sorry about your dad, Cincy. That is such a hard thing to go through. I've been dealing with, health issues in the family too that are they really put things in a different perspective. And I have like, throughout much of my life, I've been fairly lucky to avoid the giant tragedies that so many people go through. But it's incoming, it's coming. At some point, I'm gonna have to very much deal with, and I don't know how ready I am. None of us are ready for that. Parents and brother aren't vegan yet. It's tough, and what's hard is when you're like an animal rights person, uh, it becomes almost personal because you're like, I dedicate my life to this thing. I dedicate all of my being, everything about me. Like if I'm not thinking about this, like damn near, like I know you guys are like me. You think about this shit from waking up to going to bed. And I've been doing my gaming. That's been good for me. My video game playing, which I'm going to do later tonight. I'm going to play some Tomb Raider. That shit is good for me to just kind of disengage and escape a little bit. Anti-pet ownership yet isn't vegan. Wow. Yeah, that was a great rant, wasn't it, Cincy? So, like trying to find points of hypocrisy. A lot of non-vegans try to accuse you of doing something hypocritical by rescuing animals. Yeah, yeah. We have massive talent in our community, 100%, and that's why we're featuring Chris right now. Chris's birthday. Chris is so talented. And by the way, we're not going to end on that video because that I know we don't want to end on like it's Chris's birthday. We want to end with something fun and positive. So we'll have to. Do you guys know of any like vegan zombie film? I mean, sorry, video that we should react to that you guys want me to react to? Because I have pulled up like some stuff, but I feel like something fun would be good. But yeah, Felix, we have a lot of talented people like Chris. We'll make the most progress when we leverage our skill set effectively in a way that sustains rather than drains us. Effective activism takes lots of forms. God, I couldn't agree with that more. And I feel like that needs to be said really loudly right now because a lot of people, including people I have huge fondness for and people that I respect, are sometimes going really hard on other forms of activism that they're not doing, that they think are less effective. Guys, that is the thing I think that I hate the most in our world. Shitting on other people's activism. That to me is never okay. Fuck that. If you are out there drawing some chalk on the pavement and it gets seen by one person, thank you for doing the chalk. You could have been doing anything. You could have been watching Netflix, but you got the chalk You drew it on the pavement so someone would see it. I think I need to go a little more confrontational about that. One of the things that I've been doing is really just trying to welcome every approach, including people that are critical. But I think I need to call it out more, and I might start doing that. That's going to kind of take this channel in a negative direction, though, and I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'm ready for that, because honestly, right now in this channel is like really kind of if y'all watch a lot of my videos, you'll notice this is a community building approach. One of the reasons for that is that everybody that I've interviewed so far on my channel are people that I really genuinely love and respect. Even the people that I haven't met, like people like Chris, I was so blown away by Chris's enthusiasm that I mean, I feel like I spend too much time praising my guests, honestly, because it probably just starts to sound like ass kissing, but it's genuine. It is genuine. I mean, the other one that I did the other day with Tom Harris, where I started out the interview where I'm like, look, we need another term for legend. I've said that to several people like Chris Hines. I've said it to, a number of people who I think are just like, because we use that term all the time, legend, you know? And people say it to me. I don't think I'm a legend. And I think it's just embarrassing when someone's calling you a legend to your face. But yeah, I just I can't put that guy higher. Like, I don't want to watch Superman or Batman. I want to watch Tom Harris man. I want to watch Chris Cooney man. Wayne Shung man. These are the superheroes I want to watch. Let's see. Okay, so Cincy used to wake in the middle of the night and think about the veal calves. Yeah, that's hard. I'm lucky that I don't have that level of sensitivity at this point, to where I've seen so much of it. But I think about what I owe to the animals all the time. And I'm sure that you guys feel this way when I'm not doing something, even when I'm like gaming on my channel, there is some point to that, to build community. But it's mostly, I mean, let's be real. It's mostly just because I want to chill out and play a video game. But yeah, there's a guilt that comes with any moment that we're not fighting, right? Sometimes it's hard to accept the reality in order to live in this world, even though we also seek to change it. Plants Mary, I agree. Heart hurts for the animals and then hurts even more for the hypocrisy. Yeah, and it really hurts when we were talking about friends and family. It really does hurt a lot. Did I pause in a good? I feel like I've had Chris paused for a while. I just want to make sure it's not embarrassing, like a bad frame or anything. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's hard when it's like friends and family and people that are good people, and what's at the end of their decisions is a horrific thing that is going on that they're not thinking about. That's really and that's why sometimes the trolls, I welcome the trolls, I welcome the haters, but there's just something about some of the trolls know what they're saying, and that's disgusting. It's like they understand the implication of what they're saying, and they still do it to hurt someone. I mean, they don't hurt me, but they do hurt people. And that's their goal. They're just sad, pathetic people or something. But I will say this, just to give them a benefit of the doubt, I know there are people that I've seen. I'm sure you guys have seen some of these interviews with people who have been like, yeah, I was that troll. Days before I went vegan, I was that troll. Plants Mary, what hurts me more than hypocrisy is complete apathy towards animal cruelty, as well as the denial of what's happening to animals and the misinformation and secrecy around all of it. Yeah. Felix, the most difficult thing about being vegan is seeing the reality of the world that all around us are ignoring. It's like turning on the light in a room that you didn't know was dark. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. People have described it as the green pill, like Marina talked about that. That was the name of Wayne's podcast. The green pill, taking the green pill. Yeah. So what do y'all think about, anybody got a vegan zombie video that they want to see? Otherwise, I'll just pick one, but I'm not sure which one is going to be the fun, exciting. So he's got a lot of like old recipes. I really want to find another one that's sort of like the French toast one where we got to see a zombie, like watching a zombie film. Well, let's try this. This is his 4th most popular video from 13 years ago, the Philly cheesesteak recipe. Let's see if there's any zombie apocalypse going on during this one. Hang on. Hang on. All right. Y'all let me know. I'll try to check the chat. No, I've got too many tabs open right now. Angry over the hypocrisy. We've seen the A44 trailer. Yeah, we watched that. I will play it again though. But let's watch this Philly cheesesteak one. Maybe we'll end on the trailer though, because that's really what we need to highlight, because those are those like moments that we shouldn't miss as a movement. When something exciting is happening that someone's poured all their heart into, that's where we need to get into overdrive and rally around that, because that's what we need, you know. Like if I was Chris, right, and I put 16 years into a project, I released it, and then nobody was like talking about it, nobody did anything, I would feel like shit, probably. I mean, I'd still feel proud of the work, but look, like we need to celebrate this stuff.
The vegan zombie.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We got a bit of a scene going. What happened? We skipped ahead.
Boom.
Oh,
Bet you thought I was dead, didn't you?
I did.
Well,
I
listen,
thought you were
guys,
dead.
sometimes
Did y'all think he was dead? Did he scare you?
you have to play dead to stay alive. I'm John, and you're cooking with the
Right.
vegan zombie. So tonight,
That's
on the
right.
menu,
That's my answer. How would you survive? Well, my answer, how would I survive the zombie apocalypse? I just pretend to be a zombie. Brilliant, right? You're good. You're golden. Just a little red paint, or find the body in the street that's been eaten, a little blood on the face. Just do that. You're fine. You're fine.
my version of a Philly cheesesteak
Easy.
vegan style. Because let's face it, a Philly cheesesteak kind of makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside and helps me forget that we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So we're going to start with a new version of seitan. I made one a while back. If you want to check it out, it's right here. Bing! But
Whoa.
tonight we're going to spice it up a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of smoke.
He's got
One
magical
a while
powers.
back. If you want to check it out, it's right here. Bing, bing. But tonight we're going to spice it up a little bit.
He is so cool. I like this guy. And I know a lot of this was Chris behind the scenes too.
We're going to add a little bit of smoke, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of awesomeness. A lot of awesomeness.
A lot of
actually.
awesomeness.
Here we have a cup and a half of vital wheat gluten. And we have a quarter cup of nutritional yeast. Pour that right in there. We're going to mix all the dry ingredients
Ooh,
together.
that's a
at
lot of
once.
nutritional
We also
yeast.
need a half a cup of chickpea flour. So in this bowl right here, we have 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, and Chris was telling me about how he was really good. Like this, so this is 13 years ago. This is he was like, I make sure everything, there's a lot of motion, a lot of different kinds of angles and all this kind of stuff to keep people engaged. So even if they're not interested in the topic, it's like they can't look away because there's so much going on the screen, all this different stuff. Like it makes you want to. And I asked him, I was like, was this before social media? I didn't get to my question actually, because we moved on. But I was just saying, like, you basically were talking about like how to make like Instagram and shit before Instagram existed. Like Chris was on it. I mean, I guess Facebook was around, but we had like a little bit longer attention span back then. Now it's like down to like 3 seconds. They say if you can't hook someone with your video within like 2 or 3 seconds, it's over. Very frustrating because I need a little more time. Give me some time, you know? It's like, it reminds me, I know he's been canceled, but who's that comedian? Okay, what's his name? Louis C.K. Louis C.K. I know he got canceled, but he had that funny joke. He's like, "Oh, no, I'm not one of those guys talking about women." He's like, I know I don't look like much, but come and talk to me. That's me too. I need a little time. Same as with my videos. Give me a little time to hook you in first. I'm not all about that snappy 3 seconds.
Brown sugar, a half a tablespoon of mesquite, a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now don't confuse that. It's a very important mixture. Now we just have to whisk all the dry ingredients together.
That was an interesting
So one
pronunciation of what I call turmeric, but he said turmeric.
big happy family. No lumps, guys. Now we're going to add all the wet ingredients together, mix that all together so it's one big happy family, and then make an even bigger, happier family. We'll start with a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. It's vegan. Be careful. The non-vegan stuff has.
Let's hear that again.
To make an even bigger, happier family. We'll start with a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. It's vegan. Be careful. The non-vegan stuff has anchovies in it, and it's disgusting. One
So
cup
we need
of
more.
Johnny's homemade veggie stock.
We need people to not take themselves so seriously and just make fun videos like this again. Who's doing it these days? Natalie Fulton is doing pretty clever, fun clips and stuff. That's pretty fun. Jamie Logan, who we reacted to the other day, she's really fun. Yeah, Lifting Vegan Logic, real funny. There's a lot of people. Never mind. We're doing it. I stand corrected.
Tablespoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon of liquid smoke, another special ingredient that you will learn.
Turmeric.
If you've watched my last video with seitan, you'll see that I did this with the garlic. We take 2 cloves of garlic.
Also let me shout out my friend Danesh. He also does really. He kind of throws in little comedic bits into his vids that I really like.
Push them up through this little guy. Add that to our wet ingredients. And then
that just makes the video. Those little
nice
parts.
Fresh cracked pepper. Mix this all together. Now we add our wet to the dry and we stir it like a son of a gun.
Like a son of a gun. I'm gonna have to watch a lot more of this stuff. This stuff is so fun.
Once you form it into a dough,
and
knead it for about.
And I'll be real, I don't care about the recipes because I'm not going in the kitchen and doing all this elaborate stuff. Sorry, that's not me. But I'm doing the entertainment. I'm down with the entertainment.
15, 20 minutes. So you can't knead it anymore.
I got my Drizzleicious.
15 to 20 minutes later.
That's as much work as I'm putting in.
Brains. Okay, so the seitan's done and ready to rest. We gotta let it rest for about 20 minutes. So we'll put a little olive oil in there.
Do you all know?
Use.
I should have asked Chris. I didn't know to ask. Like, what's this guy up to now? What's he doing? He's good.
Spin me right round, baby, right around. And let it sit. And while we're letting it sit, we're gonna make our liquid that we're gonna cook the seitan in. Very easy to do. Need a cup and a half of stock. 1 onion chopped. 4 cloves of garlic smashed. All right. You're not going to eat any of this, so you just toss it in like that. Speaking of not eating things, these are bay leaves we're going to put in. We got to take them out when we're done. Make sure you find them because you can't eat them. Toss those in there. A quarter cup of brown sugar.
What happens if you eat the bay leaf? It's never happened to me. Well, I have had it get into my mouth. Does it just not go down well? What's that? Is it just going to come out later? Lifting Vegan Logic goes by just Danny Ishay now. Yeah, that could be. Mike the Vegan. Yeah, he's funny. He's funny too. Who else is funny? Who makes y'all laugh? There's a lot. And I don't like, I'll see this like Instagram people actually that make me laugh, and I don't always know their names. So I'm gonna blank on some of them. Trying to think who in my channel. Debug Your Brain has made me laugh. He's been on my channel. Who else? Who else? Oh, David Rams. Let's not forget David Rams. He was just on my channel. He's made me laugh a lot. Yeah, he's funny. Okay, hang on. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, there we go.
Sugar. Half a teaspoon of chili powder. A tablespoon of dried parsley.
Almost spilled.
Half a teaspoon of thyme. A tablespoon of soy sauce. And
our frequent friends, you know, like that we react to, Vegan Gaze, also makes me laugh, especially during her live streams. She's fun to react to things with, you know, like I really like watching Elle react to content because especially on lives, she's very funny.
finally,
sorry, I'll stop interrupting so much.
Look at that. Now we just gotta whisk it all together. And to finish it off, 2 cups of water. And we whisk it all together. And then throw it on the stove and heat it up for maybe 5-10 minutes. Stir it every couple of minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Once it's kind of warm to the touch, it's fine. So here we have a big casserole dish. We're gonna put a little bit of oil on the bottom of it so our seitan doesn't stick when it's cooking. Here we have our fully rested, ready to be sliced and diced seitan. We're gonna cut it in half and then turn it into a giant arm or log or whatever you want to call it. It's gonna double in size.
Is it? Damn.
While it's cooking, so you kind of want to keep it as skinny as possible. Okay, seitan loaf 1.
That's gonna be huge
done.
then. Shit.
Mix this up one more time.
Where's that gonna go? If that's gonna double in size, where's it going?
Pour it over.
Whoa. This looks good. What's he making? Philly cheesesteak? Whoa.
We're gonna cover it. We're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about an hour, covered.
Vegan content creators.
After an hour, we're gonna flip them both over, and then we're gonna leave it uncovered for about a half hour. After
Definitely
that.
Ricky Gervais is
You might
very
want to
funny.
put it back in the oven. Just keep an eye on it afterwards. If it's still a little
That's actually
kind of soggy feeling.
Sorry. That's actually the only name I think I knew on your list there. But I'll have to check out these other people. I may have seen them. I just didn't know their names. But yeah, obviously Ricky Gervais is one of the funniest people on the planet. You guys want some advice? Has nothing to do with veganism, but let's say you're going through some shit, okay? Say you're going through a breakup or, you know, something that's got you stressed out. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Follow my lead, okay? Everybody listening? I'm not going to tell y'all until I have confirmation that you are listening closely. I know we're on a delay. I've got to have your ears on this one. All right, doggo. Go on YouTube, type in questions for Carl. Questions for Carl with a K. It's 3 parts. Parts 1, 2, and 3. It's the Ricky Gervais show he did with Carl Pilkington. And they're like 3 hours long. I don't think there's even ads. Put that shit while you're going to sleep. Leave that shit running. Listen to them talk about their philosophy and shit. It is the funniest, most heartwarming thing. You're welcome, guys. All right, take that with you. You can cancel your next therapy session if you were going to do that because you don't need it anymore. You've got Carl Pilkington. All right. Thanks for listening for that.
Leave the cover off, put it in for another 20 minutes or so, but keep a close eye on it towards the end. And then it's gonna be delicious. Okay, so after about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most, this is what your finished product's gonna look like. It's gonna be hotter than this. I just made this last
You lied.
night, so it's kind
Listen, guy, that did not double in size. He lied to us. What does that look like, y'all? Come on now. Didn't double in size. Maybe he's just demonstrating.
Kind of cold. I just pulled it out of the fridge. Now, you're probably thinking that doesn't look good, but it tastes good.
Okay.
You can do so many different things, but we can dice it up. We're actually gonna cut it into long strips to make it look like a cheesesteak kind of thingy.
So how would you purify water in case of a blackout? Oh, I'd boil it. Boiling kills bacteria, but it doesn't remove.
But that's what she looks like. Wrap it in tin foil or some sort of Tupperware and store it. You can freeze it for up to a month, or you can keep it in the fridge for about a week. It's good though, I promise.
You sure?
So now it's finally time to start our cheesesteak. Basically, what I started doing is I'm slicing up this seitan and this.
I'm gonna overlook that whole size lie he gave us. I overlook it. I think it's just quick little oversight. He probably was being hyperbolic.
Slice as I can. I'm using this little mandolin guy. I'm gonna slice about half of the roll that I made, or the loaf, or the log, whatever the heck you want to call it. Okay, so that's probably.
Well, I'm
enough.
the comedian.
Here I have.
I'm the funny guy.
Chopped poblano peppers. You can use a green pepper, and I also have about.
Well, I'm working on it. I'm learning from the best. This is actually I'm studying right now. This is not fun time, guys. No laughing. Okay, this is serious. I'm studying how to be funny from this guy. Damn it, my broken laptop.
Large
Again.
onion.
I clicked.
We're gonna saute all this stuff up.
Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but I clicked the thing. I had to do it multiple times to get it to play.
And it's gonna be so good. My mouth is watering. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna slice these again after I cut them into little thin strips. It smells so good. Can you guys smell it? No?
Thanks, Mary.
I wish you could.
So we did play South Park
Nice
together.
rhyme.
That was fun.
Now
We
I'm
saw
gonna
a
make
naked woman.
Our sleazy,
That was the
cheesy
funniest
zombie
moment, I
cheese
think.
Sauce. I just still don't have a name for it yet. We can't make.
Yeah, Mary was there when I was playing through South Park, and I am walking up to the door, just open the door. I don't know why I didn't knock, but I opened the door, and there's this woman, butt-ass naked, screams and runs to the thing. We weren't ready for that. I didn't know that was coming. So Mary witnessed that. If y'all are curious, there's at least 1 or 2 live streams where I'm playing South Park. It's not going to be that interesting, although it was funny. That game is funny.
Make a cheese sauce without Daya cheese because I can't live without it. We're gonna start by adding a half a cup of soy milk to our saucepan over here, our stovetop pan. Put it on medium heat, and then we're gonna add a cup of Daya cheese. Kind of let that sit there while it's heating up. We're gonna add a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of chili powder, a half a teaspoon of paprika, a little pepper, and the last thing we're gonna add is.
So remember, Chris is filming all this. So let's just appreciate. I'm going to back up. Just all he's doing is filming him put this stuff in a pan, and just look at how many things that he does just to make it like, oh, things are happening. Movement. Like, let's back up. I'm going to show you.
Teaspoon of paprika.
I've been paying attention.
Half a teaspoon of chili powder.
Cut.
Half a teaspoon of paprika.
Closer, further. In.
And the last thing we're going to add is a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. All right, great.
And those,
now we're
to be
just going to
fair,
stir
actually,
all together.
those might have been cuts because he was just cutting time. But he's doing a lot of. Just pay attention to like how he's doing his camera.
Until it melts and forms a delicious little goo. You can turn the heat up once you're stirring
Delicious
it.
little goo. Oh shit.
We got our cheese sauce all made up. Now we're going to saute our peppers and onions first. Then we're going to add the seitan to it, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and I think we're going to be ready to eat the hell out of this thing. One thing you're going to want to do is grab some vegan hot dog buns or vegan hoagie rolls, whatever you can find out there that's vegan. Throw them in the oven at maybe 350 degrees just to kind of get them a little toasted. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm talking not even 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
That's the detail that I wouldn't have known to do. and it wouldn't have been near as good.
We got a nice hot pan, a real nice hot pan, real nice.
Real
We're
nice.
gonna add our peppers and onions right away. Okay. Let that saute for about 5 minutes. Soften up. I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I could eat you right now. All right. Now we're gonna add. All right. Now we're gonna add.
These are like the, you know, like this just reminds me of my childhood, like my friends when I was growing up. I guess I was similar or had similar friends to these guys, but this is very nostalgic for me.
Add our chopped seitan. Oh, no! And to top it all off, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce.
You guys know who, if you want to see this, I don't think it came across in our interview, but I interviewed Curtis Volmar, who is a good friend of mine. Who I haven't spent a ton of time with, but you know, I would call him a friend. He's with DXE, and he's the activist who had the gun pulled on him. That guy makes me laugh constantly. He is just the way he talks. He can make me laugh a lot. That guy is a comedian, without even trying. Yeah. The times that I've spent with Curtis, like under the same roof, it's been really funny, really fun times.
If you don't have Worcestershire sauce, I
Yeah.
can't say that word, then you can add barbecue sauce instead. It'll do pretty much the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Pull out our toasted buns.
Wait, okay,
Vegan
sorry.
eggs. So put our veganese or veganese or however the heck you want to call it on there.
Veganese.
Spread it.
Wait, my video.
Now we're just gonna add.
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up to y'all's chat because I missed it for a while. Yeah, this is cracking me up too. This video is so good. Plants Mary, I left my shark advocacy conversation because it wasn't going anywhere. This is more productive anyway. I understand where you're coming from, but many innovations come from using animals. Oh, you're having to deal with that kind of thing. Shark advocacy. Make her look like a cheesesteak thingy. Oh, I missed that line. That's funny. Damn it. I missed that. And yet sharks are viewed as dangerous. I know, isn't that crazy? That we were talking actually in my last, well, let's see. We were talking about I forget who I was talking to, but we were talking about Jaws and how much damage that has done to sharks, because great movie. Loved Jaws, of course, but it's really like made people so scared of sharks that it's really made it easier for us to kill them in such amazingly high numbers. Yeah. Plant-based Brandon. I'm going to have to look up that name's come up. I don't know if you mentioned him before, Cincy, but if it wasn't you, that name has come up now twice. So plant-based Brandon, I'll check out.
Our seitan, our peppers, and our onions.
That's not this guy, is it? I feel like his
And then
name
our
might
gooey
be
cheese on
Joe. I think that's what Chris said. Sorry, I'm interrupting so much. Let me let it play.
top. Don't be shy with this cheese.
I'm going to show y'all my...
going in, guys.
We're going to do my recipe. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's about as good as this, though.
It's so good. I'm going to eat this all night long. I hope no zombies come because I'm going to be too fat to run away. While I finish this, make sure you guys go to our YouTube page and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all our new recipes that we got going on. Yeah, this is a friend on Facebook. And I want to throw a little contest out there for you guys. First of all, do I have anything on my face?
Just a beard.
All right.
A good-looking beard.
Face is clean. want to throw a contest out for you guys. If you can help me name this sandwich, we're going to give you a free Zombie Crew t-shirt. So just post your name for our sandwich on our Facebook page, and the winner is going to talk to us and get a free t-shirt. So I hope to hear from you guys. Until next time, you're cooking with the vegan zombie. Well, you're eating with the vegan zombie right now.
Whoa. Well, that got scary, didn't it? Right at the end. Terrified me. Whoa. God, those guys are funny. I wonder what they're up to. Yeah, I'm going to self-promote now. I'm going to show y'all. I was reacting to plus my special recipe. This is what I should start doing. Just react to my own shit, just to self-promote. That'd be good. So see this? Recipes do really well on YouTube. I'm going to give y'all a good one. Y'all talk about a missed opportunity. If you're watching, I do eat. Don't worry. Okay. So I named this Vegan Recipes with Jeremy episode 1, missed opportunity. I should have put episode 3833, because then everybody would have been like, where's all the others? Damn it. Yeah, see, I think of the best things after the fact. Is it in the camera? Let's see. In my long-running series. Drop this vid. Okay. You're getting a real taste of my professionality right here, too. All right. I didn't even bother cutting that out. No, it's just me. Didn't even bother. That's how hardworking I am. Okay. This is a special recipe. Pay attention, y'all. Kind of complicated. Bread. See that? Peanut butter. All right. This is what you do. Take the bag of bread. 2 slices. Not 1. You could do 1. Get 2 slices. That's where people mess up a lot. Just saying. I eat the end. It's perfectly good. Eat the end. It's fine. Eat the end. 2 slices of bread. Put that on the plate. Take the peanut butter. Open the lid. Okay. This is like pure, just all it is peanuts. No salt, no nothing added. Ground up peanuts. Take the knife. Just real quick. I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I am assuming that right now you guys are praising me for this video and its production value and everything. But some of you may be wondering to yourselves, why did I make this video? Well, it's because of the demand. People demanded that I make this content. This is the video that people were waiting for. Scoop out some peanut butter. Okay. You want to get that good little chunk like that. All right. See how I put so much care into this? See this. Okay. Spread that on there. Take your time. Get it just right. You know, this is an act of love. This is, you know, if you want it done right, you got to do it real well. Spread that out. Just like so. Okay. All right. That's done. Very somber right now. Put the lid back on. Sometimes people forget this step. You all forget that step? Lid back on. Tie up the bag again. Don't want your bread going hard. Yeah, because you just leave that like that. Tie that up later. Does it look done? Not quite. Nope. Not quite. One more step. There you go. That's my recipe. Thank you all for watching my recipe. There's going to be a lot more of that on this channel because they do well, you know? So there you have it. Peanut butter sandwich. Now this is a mukbang video. Is that how you pronounce it? Probably not. All right. Don't forget that. So I got one. We'll probably do a recipe per stream or something. Come on, Waterloo. If that's a hit. Come on, Waterloo. So anyway, also, you know, if you want to wash it down because peanut butter is sticky, I've got this Waterloo. Hey, sponsor me, Waterloo. Come on, give me a sponsorship, Waterloo. They don't care. So anyway, did y'all like that? Thank you. Yeah, my millionth recipe. All right, I'm looking at the chat again. Huh. Wow, I'm not seeing as much praise for the production quality as I was expecting. I thought it was going to be nothing but, whoa, like the cinematography, the camera, the care, the attention. Okay, well, that's okay. I know y'all were thinking it. Thank you, Mary. Fine vegan dining. Yes, indeed. So I don't know. Did Chris do a peanut butter sandwich? Huh, Chris? Or did I just blow your mind, Chris? Maybe he'll watch this later. I don't know. He's probably a busy guy, but maybe he'll see this. And I just got to say, Chris, I took it to another level. So what are you going to do next? It's incredible. Yeah. I like that. I like how you said that. I should probably end the stream, but I feel like we're having fun. Let me do one more. Let's do not mine. I mean, one more of theirs. Y'all having fun? I don't want to stop. Because it's still his birthday, right? Okay, so let's go back to Chris's page, Vegan Zombie. By the way, since we've been going for a while, let me kind of rehash. It's Chris's birthday. He's got this film A44. We did an interview. Check that out. And yeah, as I said in the very beginning, and I'll restate this, I wanted to make it clear because Chris Vegan Zombie has a channel that has like 170,000 people, right? And I reach out while he's doing a live stream. He says, like, I want to get on some podcasts. So I'm like, cool, I got one. I send him a message and I say, hey, Chris, I've got this very small channel, you know, but I've interviewed some cool people, but do you want to come on there? He didn't care. He did not care how big my channel was. He didn't care anything like that. He just was like, cool, yeah, let's do it. And within a day or two, we were doing an interview. Same thing happened with me with Dane Evans of To the Grave, another guy who didn't know me and was just like, yeah, let's do it. During a live stream. Literally, Dane Evans was doing a live stream and I wrote in the chat, hey, Dane, you want to come on my animal rights channel? He said, yeah, let's do it. Literally within 2 hours, we were having an interview. That's how, I don't know. For me, to someone like that, I love those. Those are the people I want to champion the most. People that are just chill and cool like that. Okay. Once again, I've got the way too many tabs, but let me. Okay, luckily I didn't pause on a horrible frame of myself. That's all right. That's not great, but that could have been worse. Let's go back to Chris though. Okay, reacting. Philly cheesesteak. Philly cheesesteak was great. I don't want to see this next one that they did. Hang on. Okay, now I'm. Oh, Lord. Guys. This is the problem when you have way too many tabs open. Yeah, did you learn? Cincy, did you learn how to make a sandwich? Because that was not for entertainment. Just hope that y'all understand. That was serious. That was a learning experience for all of us. So if you were laughing at that during that, that's offensive, because that was not comedy. Okay, let's see. I'm joking, of course. I do, you know, like, hang on a sec. That was a joke. Okay. Let's go to his popular videos again. That's what we'll do. Here we go. Vegan cheese sticks 13 years ago. I think that's the one that we were seeing. Sorry, I think you guys are just looking at my face right now. But I will fix this. Present, share screen. Cheese sticks recipe. We got it. Okay, there we go. Cheese sticks. I think this one's going to be funny, just based on what I saw. All right, these are vegan cheese sticks.
The vegan zombie.
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. So listen.
No, it's so dramatic and nothing happened. I love that. Just dark, dramatic moment. You think something's going to happen. He's just like, welcome back to the cooking.
Week, I'm fighting off these zombies. I take them all out, of course. This last one grabs onto me with his gross zombie hand. So I take out my machete and I cut his fingers off. Ugh. But it gave me a great idea. Cheese sticks. We have our favorite cheese, Daiya cheese, the mozzarella style. We got breadcrumbs. We have some garlic powder with some oregano, some salt, some pepper. A whole lot of garlic powder too.
It's funny, we're supposed to be watching Chris's stuff, but it's all this guy. But that's okay, because it's Chris's, this is like his brainchild, you know, like I think he probably was, along with his friends, like one of the people with the concept and everything. Well, he's obviously the one who had the zombie concept.
We have some soy milk and some flour. The first thing we're going to do is melt all of our Daiya cheese in a bowl and put it on top of a stovetop and double boil it.
Double
Safety
boil
first,
it.
guys. That's hot. I have a glass bowl resting on top of a metal saucepan just to help melt the cheese. If I put it directly on a saucepan, it might burn the cheese a little bit. So this is how I do it.
Smart. Oh, what's happening?
I'm just about done stirring, actually. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic and herb seasoning, probably a teaspoon.
That little musical interlude made me think something bad was going to happen.
Done. Do it. I'm just about done stirring, actually. I'm going to add
so
a
funny,
little bit
like
of
so
garlic
creative.
and herb seasoning, probably a teaspoon or two, just to kind of flavor it a little bit more.
It's literally just a recipe
It's
thing,
gonna all
and they make
ball
it
up
so
together,
entertaining.
And that's pretty much when I know it's done. And I'm going to pour it out and flatten it out and put it in the fridge. So it's just about done. We're just going to take it over to the counter and pour it in our little tray and be ready to go. So we're spreading it out evenly, as even as you can. I mean, it's not going to matter if it's a little.
I'm going to pause just to check the chat, which I have to do back and forth. Vegan zombie, plants Mary, spreading it on the bread right now. Putting the spread on the bread. Oh, you're doing it? You following my recipe? Wow. I like to say, when I started this channel, that was my one goal. I said to friends, family, I said, if this channel can just get one person to make a peanut butter sandwich, I'll have done my job. I don't ask for much. Did I miss? Let's see. Yeah, that's Chris's friend.
Little lumpy here and there. It's going to be covered in breadcrumbs. I mean, come on, let's be real. That's about perfect right there. It's going to be a little slippery while it's hot. I would set it aside, cool it down for about 10 minutes, and then pop it right in the fridge for about an hour. Let's do that. So normally you have to wait an hour for this to settle, but I already have them prepared for you guys because you guys rock.
Whoa.
So what are we going to do? We're going to try to scrape this out.
We rock. You already did this for us. Nice. And I clicked it again. I clicked the thing and it didn't work. Damn it. I need a technician to fix my laptop.
As nice as possible. Just kind of loosen the sides. All right, we're going to scrape this out as neatly as we can. There we go. Make sure it keeps its form a little bit. Now that we have our cheese all lined out and ready to go, we're going to cut it up into little, I'd say about the size of a finger. See what I did there?
I don't. Right. What did you do? What did you do?
Ready to go. We're going to cut it up into little, I'd say about the size of a finger. See what I did there?
I don't.
All right.
Sorry. I didn't. You did. Okay. I missed that one.
Okay. So we have our little cheese fingers.
Nice.
Gross. Next thing we're going to do is dump all the seasoning right into the breadcrumbs. Stir it up a little bit. And we're ready to begin. So the name of this game is you pick a cheese stick up. You dunk it in the soy milk.
Dunk it in the
flour.
milk.
Back into the soy milk.
Whoa.
And in the breadcrumbs.
Whoa.
And voila. One cheese stick ready to go.
Damn.
It's kind of messy, guys. Be prepared.
Yeah. Okay.
Zombie fingers. Now it's time to fry them up. Why would you want to fry them up? Now, if you've got a fryer, a deep fryer, this is really easy. If you don't, it's not too hard, but we'll get through it. I don't have a deep fryer, so we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I got a pan with some canola oil in here, and I got it just hot enough. I dropped a little bit in. I do a little test. If I drop it in, oh, she's good to go. So
good to go.
I take my test piece out, and I'll start tossing them in there. We got one. Boop. We got two. Boop. Boop. We'll do three at a time.
Please do another one. Thank
you.
Let's hear that again. I just love it when people do that. I don't know why. Hey.
We got.
Do it.
We got one. We got two. We'll do three at a time. Three.
By the way, I think he probably didn't mention, though, that when you are doing that cooking, if you don't make that noise, it's not going to come out right. You have to do that. He just made it seem like it was optional. Just saying, like, you have to do that.
Now, stay close, but not too close, because you don't want to get sizzled. That's hot. Get a pair of tongs, and they're going to cook pretty fast. Couple minutes. Once they turn a nice golden brown, oh my God, look at it. Look at it. And we're done. Take it out. Put it on a paper towel. You don't want a greasy little soggy, disgusting mozzarella stick, do you?
No.
Now, while this grease is really hot, you got a zombie coming up behind you. Get him right in the face.
Yeah.
Okay? Finish him off with a pan. You're done.
It's so good that people are thinking, what do we need? What does the public need to hear?
Look, guys, zombie fingers. Gross.
I mean, the thing is, you can tell what they were really going for here. Like, this is obviously a sneaky way of getting in the information about how to deal with a zombie apocalypse. while throwing in some recipes. So the recipes are just the thing to get that information out there that we need. It was very clever because now we know what to do.
Now it's time to try it. Are you guys as excited as I am?
Well, no, because you're the one eating the food. Sorry. I'm a little less excited, but I would be if you had put them right here for me. I'm excited. I'm a little excited. I want to see what you do. I'm
oh my God, it's so good. I wish I could share this with all you guys on YouTube, but I can't. You have to make it at home. Look at that. Oh my.
Damn, that does look
I can't
good.
double dip, but you guys all saw that I didn't double dip.
Oh,
let's see what other cool
he
stuff
sort
we
of
can do.
double. He sort of doubled. Yeah, as a single dip, he did it twice. That's kind of a double dip, not technically.
Right, huh?
Hang on, let's watch that again.
Look at that.
Look at this technique.
Oh my.
Kind of a double.
I can't double dip, but.
Well, that
You
sorry,
guys
that
all
was
saw
like
that I didn't
8.
double dip.
That was like 8 dips.
Let's see what other cool stuff we can deep fry, huh? So there you have it. Awesome cheese sticks with Daya cheese. You guys have to try this. This is probably my favorite one so far. I haven't had vegan cheese sticks ever. I haven't had a cheese stick in about 14, 15 years. So I can't wait to eat them all by myself because I have no friends. Oh, I have no friends.
Yeah, you do.
I'll have one. Ooh, I'll have one too. Mmm.
We're your friend, Vegan Zombie. Another W video. I know, Mary, but he did a lot of dipping, you know. I know it's a technicality. Vegan clonesy. Yeah. Ooh. That's pretty good. What'd y'all think? That was good. Those are good videos. Good videos. Well, guys, maybe I should wrap up here, okay? But I am going to game later. I'm going to play Tomb Raider. So if y'all are still awake, or I don't know what part of the world you guys are in, maybe it's morning for you or whatever. But yeah, look for me in a little bit. I'll be playing Tomb Raider because that game kicks ass. I was having so much fun last night that I didn't go to sleep until the sun was up. That's what I do. Okay, I'm not an adult. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Plants Mary, the newest, I think it's the newest one. I don't know, but it's damn good. And yeah. And then if you guys aren't subbed to the channel, you probably already sub, but sub to the channel, like, what do you say? Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification because that'll tell you that I'm here. And then check out those interviews, especially the one with Chris. And go show Chris some love. Wish him a happy birthday. He's vegan. He's the Vegan Zombie on Instagram. He's the Vegan Zombie on YouTube. Go wish Chris a happy birthday and thank him for his passion and for pouring his heart into A44. Oh, let's end on that. Sorry, one more thing, y'all. I know we did it. Let's just watch it again because there were a few people that hadn't seen the trailer. Let's watch it again. This is what we got to thank Chris for.
Good morning. It's a
Jane
beautiful
Velez,
day here in Amherst.
Mitchell.
We do have some
Jane
breaking news to report. There are several reports of what appears to be a stomach bug going around. Now, experts are not quite sure of the cause, but an investigation is underway. You are being advised to use discretion and stay home if you aren't feeling well.
I'll be back.
Cell mutations. If we consider a virus to be similar to a eukaryotic cell, where would the actual mutation originate? Is there something important outside, Harley?
Never mind. I guess it's nothing.
Dude's like a ghost town in there. Everyone's going home sick or something.
Now, we have eyes on the ground at Amherst General reporting live. Let's see what's unfolding. Pat, what can you tell us?
Hey, how do you think they actually get the milk out of a milk?
Maybe we can get together sometime
Yeah.
and cook up some vegan cheeseburgers or something.
Yo, bro, I left my wallet in your truck.
What the?
Hey, we need backup!
People are complaining of dizziness and stomach pains. People are, oh my God, what are you doing? Get down!
Tell him!
Wait. That's gotta be it, right? Okay, wait, what do you mean?
So, don't eat animals, fools.
Hopefully those things don't want to eat us too.
And so, Felix, you know, earlier you were saying like we got all these.
I would like you to build this.
Hang on.
Something boundless. Something
Oh
new.
shit.
The Brutalist has now
What's
been
that?
nominated for.
Okay, stop sharing. I don't know what that is. Okay, but yeah, Felix was talking. You know, we got all these very creative people, talented people, and that, you know, Chris put this movie together with, by Hollywood standards, basically no budget. I mean, he had money to do it, but by Hollywood standards, like a fraction, like a -1, like 0.5% of what most films get. So that's really cool that he did that. So yeah, go wish Chris a happy birthday and show him some love and follow the film. A44 movie, by the way, is also on. It's on my interview, like all the links. Go to my interview with Vegan Zombie. It's the latest one, and just click on all those links and follow all the stuff. All right, y'all. Love you all. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. It was fun. And yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit to play some Tomb Raider. Take care, y'all. As soon as I end the stream, which I think is going to happen now.